So, welcome to Getting Started Thursday, and we're back. And this week, I wanted to do a very simple show. A very simple show because I've had this question come a couple of times, and I think it's just like, well, let's get with it, right? So, one of the things that have come up recently for me is individuals have asked me, well, Crystal, what should I use? Like, what tool I should buy, how I should do it. And I'm just going to say this AI is everywhere, and there's a ton of tools. I did a cybersecurity talk about 2 weeks ago showing that 90% of AI productivity tools are actually hackable or have been breached. And that's not great. So when we think about what kind of tool you can use today to successfully get inside of AI and feel comfortable, I got a plan for you. So let me just take you over here to my next screen. We'll see if we can get you going. Okay, not shocking. There was a Google I/O conference this week that I really enjoyed. This conference talked about the new AI tools they were going to have for Google, how developers can use it. If you saw VO3, or if you saw any of the Gemma workspaces, where you can make your own private LLM, there's a plethora of tools Google is doing. But what they're also doing is simplifying workspaces for businesses with AI enabled. And that's something I really can't say a lot about. Let me just walk you through. Mind you, this is not a paid video. I'm just pointing out that this might be the best choice for you moving forward. So let's take a look here. This is Google Workspace. If any of you have a chance to look into it, I think you should try it out. Things I like about it before we get into pricing. They have Gmail. You get a free email account. And if you've ever done GoDaddy or Microsoft Office or any of those other guys, you know an email account for your business is a big deal. They have a free drive. This is an online store you can access almost on any of your devices. They have Google Meet. So if you're using other virtual meeting settings that you might need to transfer over, excellent option there. The calendar, excellent. Chat, etc. But let's get into the AI stuff. They have Gemini. They have Google Vids. They have Notebook LM. And there's a couple other things we're going to show you. So let's just get started by going through each one of these. So if you've used ChatGPT and you're wondering, is there another option for me that is already integrated and already has access to all my tools? Let's think about using Gemma. So Gemma is very similar to ChatGPT. You can see they have the new 2.5 models out, so you can get into that. Similar to ChatGPT, you can actually just go in and ask a prompt. You can also use their new deep research feature. This is kind of a hot off the press kind of feature there. And they also have Canvas for creating docs and other things. You can add files from your Google Drive. So you don't have to go search your computer. You can add files directly from your Google Drive or your computer itself. But this just starts to make it a lot more flexible as a program. And as you can see, you can keep your chat stored on the left side and you can explore what they call gems. But you can see here like brainstorming and other career guides. This is kind of people always ask me, well, how do I get started? What prompt should I use? In this case, just go explore some prompts. See what you can find. Let's say we want to do a learning coach here to help you. What are binary numbers? That's a great question, actually. What are binary numbers? How does photosynthesis work? Right? Just click that, enter, and then you get a very nice and easy prompt out of this guy. So I would say one of the best features to start with is that if you need to have one platform and not pay for a ton of things, you can just pay for Google Workspace and get a ChatGPT-like feeling with Gemini. The next thing I think is like really great is that Notebook LM. This is an excellent feature. I mean, highly touted. It's just amazing. And let's look at the practical guide for building AI agents. So this is myself. I dropped in a guide and said, hey, help me out here. What's really awesome is you can generate a hosted conversation. And a lot of you have seen this one. But they now have a feature where while generating that, you can actually ask questions to the host during the conversation. Just think about that. You can add as many things as you want, website links to Google Drive folders, to text you've copied in, or uploaded sources. I use this even for client work when I have just a ton of information I just need to get in there and kind of start to extract for myself, but in a way that's manageable and like ingestible. Excellent tool for that. This you get as well for the Google Workspace. Another thing you get, now I've paid for Rocket Lawyer for quite some time, but you also now have a feature where you can get e-signatures in a document. If you know about that, that can be $39 a month with e-signatures, and you get it all right here. It just means that you could take text that you might have generated or used to find a document or an agreement, drop it into here, add your signature, and move on. So that's just like excellent. So these are just all the little things coming back to here real quick to show you why I think this is probably the solution for you. Mind you, like I said, not sponsored video, but when people ask me a question, what's the most affordable way to get started with AI? To be honest, it's a Google Workspace account. I'm going to say it. I mean, I was not with Bart when it first came out. If you remember my earlier videos, I might post that later. I was like, Bart, not my friend, not the greatest. Gemini felt like it was lagging for a long time. But now, as I evaluate the entire platform, what they're bringing for you, I got to admit, it's a pretty good deal for this, given where the space is going and all the different tools we have out there. Let's go back. If you've ever used Calendly, they now have this really awesome feature where you can drop in and put in virtual appointments. You can make as many as you want. It comes with it, right? And so you go here, you create an appointment schedule, you do that. You can even make appointment schedules that have a payment required. So let's say you're running a business where you're mentoring people or you're having events online that are virtual. You can actually require a payment through Stripe, all integrated in the same platform. It comes through email with all the reminders that you're used to, all in one place. So that's excellent. What that looks like, super similar to something you've seen before. You come in, you schedule some time, get it done. So this is, like I said, excellent, excellent tool. The last thing I will show you, because this is a quick call today, and I really just wanted to get on, to get back into getting started Thursday, and really give you a platform that you can leverage. The last thing to talk about though is Google Vids, which is something kind of not really spoken about. I don't know how long it's gonna stay there. And it's this tool here where, like a presentation, you can actually ask Google to help you design an entire marketing campaign or entire presentation with video and voice. So I was actually able to use this when I was launching the pre-order for my book, the double click method. I created this entire video,
Introducing the
open up, I created this
revolutionary
entire
approach
video,
to turning it
just
and becoming the
full
go-to
commercial,
person
the
in any
voice in the
field.
background, all
Join
of this
Dr.
using
Crystal
Google
Bray
Vids.
as she takes
It's
you on a
very
journey of
easy to
discovery
do.
and
It drops in
empowers
some of
you with
my
the skills
videos
to
in there
double-click your way to
as
success.
well. I
Deeper
haven't even talked
analysis.
about the fact that you're going to be able to get, inside of your email and your Google Sheets and other docs, you're going to be able to summarize with AI. There's just a ton more going on here. But if you had to ask me 3 to 6 months ago what platform I would have chosen to say must use if you're getting started with AI, you don't know where to go, would not have been Google. Just to be honest, would not have been Google. But today, this is one I think one of the best platforms to use. And maybe next week we'll go over the developer side. I think they've done an outstanding side for developers from the Firebase Studio, the Google AI Studio, of course with their cloud GCP cloud platform, and just a ton of other tools and features they've added in. Gemma, of course, which is your own LLM you can train and tune and host on your own computer. Ton of things to talk about, and maybe next week. But this week, just wanted to get in, give you a quick shot of getting started Thursday. If you're wondering, how do I get started? What tool should I pick? This is one tool, and to reiterate, at this price, you really can't. It's gonna say it. You can't complain. They're charging me $2.99 on my personal account just to host those. So at this price, I can't complain. Highly suggested. If you have any comments or any questions, of course, let me know. If you have any feedback saying you tried it, it didn't work out for you, or maybe Google did you wrong, or you like Copilot more, let us know in the chat. Looking forward to getting started Thursdays, kicking back off this summer. I'm Crystal Bray, and we'll talk soon.